Hey guys, we need another bounty hunter to throw in here. You know, what can we do? Oh, I know. We'll just paint the snow trooper armor brown and then wrap him up in bandages. Done. Dengar's, like, honestly, his look is got to be the most thrown together thing I've ever seen. Dengar is the bounty hunter equivalent of grabbing something off your shelf because you forgot to buy someone a Christmas gift. That's what he is. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blast Arcade Painting. Today we're going to be painting Dengar from Star Wars Shatterpoint by Atomic Mass Games. Now you might be saying to yourself, hey, you already painted Dengar for Legion, sculpted by Skullforge Studios. That's true. But this sculpt is awesome, and I love Dengar. So you can go back and watch that other video or watch this one. They're both different and doing things differently. So, yeah, two different ways to paint one obscure bounty hunter on the same channel. Either way, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into it. First thing I did was give him a dark spray of an olive color here. And, yeah, looks good. Then I moved on to vampiric flesh. And this is just going to go on all the cloth white parts. So he's got armor and all that, some straps, and underneath it all he's got a dirty white costume. So get it all in there, get it in the cracks. Any place where there is an armor basically, or straps, this color's going on there. And of course his weirdo bandaged head. Next we're taking some oak brown here, yep, and this is just going on all the armor bits. So, just go through, get it on, try and keep it away from our vampiric flesh. If you make a mistake, just go back with the vampiric flesh and clean it up. But do your best to not spill it over on anything because that vampiric flesh isn't going to cover this oak brown very well. It's going to take a couple coats to do it. So, just be careful. Next, we're taking some deep gray here, and this is going on all the belts and the straps and holsters and pouches, and also the straps around his ankle armor as well. So, yes, it's a really good gray. I don't know, there's a bit of a blue to it. Yeah, I like deep gray. What can I say? Oh, little rhyme there for you. You're welcome. If I check my analytics here properly, people love painting videos that have rhyming in it. It's one of the analytics that YouTube looks for. No. Now we're going to take some topaz skin here, and this is just going on the one bit of skin there is, and that's his, battered up old face there. Next, we're going to take some gun metal here, and this is going to be a dry brush on his gun, his backpack, his pistol, and also the cage that he has down by his feet with the little lizard monkey in it. That's why you have to love Star Wars, because you get to say things like caged lizard monkey. That's weird. Alright, we're going to take some pale sand next, and we're just going to start highlighting up the vampiric flesh. So, same thing we always do, you know, we stay away from the recesses, keep that vampiric flesh in the recess, and just bring up with the pale sand. And actually, when this is done, you could go through with some white after and add another layer if you want, but this ends up looking exactly the way I wanted it to, so we pretty much just stop here. So just go through and pick out those colors. We're going to take some topaz skin and some dorado skin, and we're going to mix a little dorado, can never say it, I don't know how to say it, it doesn't matter. We can mix some of that into our topaz skin and do our first layer up on the face. So, same thing we just did on the white, guys. We're leaving the darkest color in the recesses and bringing it up. And luckily his face is scarred and awful, so we can kind of get away with this not looking perfect because it's just going to kind of add to it. And we can add in some more dorado skin here and just bring up the next layer. And essentially what we're doing is we're working our way up to almost pure Dorado skin because he's burned. So that's why I really wanted a sort of a reddish color in the recesses. He got burned. He doesn't have a very good tan. You know, he's a bounty hunter, hangs out on a ship. So yeah, anyway. This is more Dorado skin. This is the final layer up. And yeah, it ends up looking pretty good. Pretty pasty. Dengar is nothing if not pasty. And a ruthless bounty hunter. But mostly pasty. Now we're going to take some light umber here, and we're going to use this to, yep, just bring up all the armor bits. So the oak brown is actually probably closer to the color I wanted it to be. But this light umber goes on, and it kind of dries darker than it's going on. And it works out really well. I was a little hesitant at first, but this is what I decided on to just make him look a little bit poppier. Brown is hard to make look really poppy, I guess. We're going to take some ivory and use that to just dot in his eyes. We're going to take some ash gray here. We're going to use this to, yep, highlight up our deep gray. So, you know, same thing as always. Stay away from the recesses. Get the highest points. Bring that color up. And the same thing that we just did with the pale sand, we only really need one layer of this. And because they're leatherish gray, you can kind of make your layer look a little scratchy, and it'll only sort of add to the worn, beaten look of the character. Next, we're taking some chain mail silver here, and we're going to just kind of make some scratchy highlights on the edges of the armor and on some of the chest plate and the legs, any of the armor bits, just to kind of make it look a little weather worn and beaten. Dengar's been through some stuff. He has seen some things. Things are rough for bounty hunters. We're going to take some dark tone. We are going to put this on everything that we dry brushed. I'll go in with some simple colors and paint that lizard monkey. And yeah, once that's done, this guy is finished. So what do you guys think? Are you picking up the bounty hunters for Shatterpoint? I mean, I feel like everybody's picking them up because they're the bounty hunters. I'm biased. They're awesome. So, I don't know. I assume everyone's buying them. And out of everything in that box, I really wanted to paint Dengar. I think everybody kind of thinks that the boss sculpt is like the standout miniature in that box, but I honestly think it's the Dengar sculpt. It's such a unique pose and so good, and it like really projects that he's a bounty hunter. Like, I don't know, Dengar just kind of looks like you can look at him and go, oh, that guy bounty hunts. If there's one person who projects bounty hunter, it's Dengar. And we want to thank our Patreon supporters, Charming Grenade, Richie Fender, and LK. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Either way, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and you guys have a great day. I definitely preferred the old canon lore, that Dengar just like hates Han Solo because that's how he got burned up. It's just so many people in the galaxy hate Han Solo. And yet so many people in our galaxy love him. Isn't that weird? That's because he's not here screwing up everybody's day.